There's one thing that kept me from improving my animations. And as you could see, the past month, in January actually, was actually a banger, the most I've learned in a lot of time. But instead of keeping the pace with that improvement, I just changed one thing that actually made this month a failure. And that thing was ego. Welcome to day 60 of learning or practicing animation. We are now getting myself together with all of this stuff. And so basically I went from, the thing is that I went from learning a few things in the January to try everything at the same time, in February. And the thing is that I just got myself to like a stage of, how do I say this? Let me check what was the actual name. Delusion of grandeur. It was actually delusion of grandeur, something like that. And so I just thought to myself, like, I can do anything, I can animate my own project in just 15 days. I can just make a short film. I can do commissions. I can do like daily animations. I can, And so I need to reconsider my focus, I need to keep myself into the perspective of what's my, how do I say this, my priority in this path. So basically my priority now will be just learning a few things from improve my animations. And basically the thing that we are improving today is actually acting. I wanna improve a little bit more of the acting in general, because I just feel like my animations in general are kinda stiff, are very not fluid. They're not like with this flow that I would love to see in my own animations. So that I'm just gonna try to, master a little bit this kind of thing in animation, which is just the character movement. All of these illustration, all of these, secondary things they can just keep in the secondary element, and just focus myself from now on in just few things, which are acting and also learning new styles of animation. Actually more like learning to draw in the style of some other animators and some other shows, because as you could hear in the previous episode, I want to learn it to have more kinda success in the industry. So yeah, that will be my thing from now on, And so yeah, the idea was now to focus on specific things. I have my own schedule right now, and I'll keep you in touch with what I'm coming up with, things to improve as a person, just to get better in the field of animation, Because also one thing that I need to mention is that maybe I could just, get better in animation in timing. For example, I was just telling you guys like, oh, I'm learning and I'm learning timing, but at the end of the day I was just also doing these characters. I was just focusing on having the characters look good, the May animation, the Rotitops animation, and then I was just focusing on other things more than the actual thing that was timing, And so I was just messing around with a lot of things instead of focusing on the actual task that I needed to improve in my area, And so that got me thinking like, I just should refocus everything, and have everything separated and one step at a time. And so yeah, it's good to just keep your feet on the ground and to learn that you are just a student yet. And so you need to keep improving, you need to keep focusing on the basics and focusing on what's important before going to another very difficult challenge. So yeah, that's my learning from the month. That's also why I didn't how do I say this? That's why I didn't make like a animation reel, because honestly it's shameful from myself that I actually didn't improve a lot, because I didn't feel like there was like a lot of relevant improvement in my art. So yeah, that was basically the cause of why I'm not doing an animation reel. And also, if you are curious about the project, at the end of the day I'm gonna just try to make it behind the scenes. I'll just leave it as a secondary element, and maybe it will come out in March or the next few days of June, I think. No, April. And so yeah, that was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and we'll see each other in the next one. Goodbye.